I've grown up in Copenhagen, so I've lived here basically at least 40 out of my 42 years. The office has been in Copenhagen for all its life. The special thing about Copenhagen is, of course, both its infrastructure, but also it's our political background in many ways. When I talk about the infrastructure, 40% of Copenhageners commute to work on their bicycles. It's a bicycle city. In many ways try to be a sustainable city. And I think that's something that we bring as architects to other projects when we work all over the world. Another thing that we bring is the political background. Denmark is a very equal society. The difference between the rich and the poor is very little. So when we do housing, it's very important for us that all apartments gets a fantastic view. The architecture scene of Copenhagen has been quite vibrant and quite happening the last 10 to 15 years. The one thing that I would of course recommend people to when they come to Denmark is to seek up some of the most interesting architectural buildings that we have. The Royal Theatre, but I would also go to Elsinore to see the Maritime Museum, which we finished here 2 years ago. The landmark of Copenhagen is actually the life and the beauty of the streets, walking around in the atmosphere. But I also think that one of the coming landmarks, which will be done in around a year, is a waste-to-incineration plant with a ski slope on top that we're building in the heart of Copenhagen. I think a lot of people are excited. Copenhagen is a very, and the entire Denmark is a very flat country. You cannot ski anywhere in Denmark as it is right now because we don't have any mountains. So if you want to learn how to ski, you have to build your own mountains. The idea of using a roof for something active is very closely embedded to how we work. It's very close to our hearts, the idea that often if you, both in life but also in architecture, you have many different desires of what you want to do. And it's really hard because one of the things drives you in one direction and the other one drives you in the other direction. And you're trying to force those two things to come together. And that's how innovation is created. Maybe 5 years ago, the idea of constructing a ski hill on top of a factory would be a dream, but something impossible. And in 5 years' time, anybody in the world can say, why don't we do as Copenhagen? The big ideas in architecture is the ones that transform your way of looking at the world. They see the world in a new way, and that inspires you to constantly revisit your own beliefs in order to make sure that they also still fit into contemporary society.